listening. Listen to a passage on football and fill in the blanks. So right now, let me read a passage to you about football. You have to listen to it very carefully and then you have to answer the questions given here. So please listen carefully. Football is a sport that involves kicking a ball to score a goal. It is the most popular sport in the world. There are two teams of 11 players. They score goals by moving the ball to the opposing team's end of the field and throw it into a goal area between two goal posts. Ancient Greeks and Romans played a ball game harpastum as early as 380 BC. The Romans introduced it in Britain when they continued it. During the time of the Han Dynasty in 206 BC, the Chinese played it suju, a game like football. The Japanese version of the game was kemari and it became popular around 600 BC. Earlier forms of football played in England, known as the mob football, was played between neighboring towns and villages involving a limited number of players. Later, it was played at English public schools and changed from its form to an organized sport. By the late 1850s, many football clubs came up. The foundation of FIFA, the Federation International de Football Association, was laid in 1904 and the first FIFA World Cup was held in 1930. Some of the top football clubs are Real Madrid, Barcelona, Arsenal and Chelsea. India has clubs such as East Bengal Club, Mohan Bagan and Mahindra United. So I hope you have listened to this passage carefully. If you haven't, please listen to it once again. You can once again. Then you have to answer the questions given here in the section listening. You can pause the video, finish the exercise and come back. Hope you have finished doing that one. Now let's look at the answers to the listening exercise. The first question, dash is the most popular sport in the world. So which is the most popular sport in the world? It is football. So you can write, you have to write football here. I hope your answer is correct. Now the second question, there are dash teams of dash players. So in a football match, there are two teams of 11 players. The third question, harpastum was played by ancient dash. So what is the answer? It was played by ancient Romans. Now what is the next question? The Chinese played a ball game called dash in 206 BC. What is the answer to this one? It is suju. Fifth one, the full form of FIFA is. What is the full form of FIFA? It is the Federation International de Football Association. Hope you have written that already. Now the sixth question is, FIFA was founded in dash. Where was FIFA founded? It was founded in Europe. The first FIFA World Cup was held in, which was the year? Did you listen to it? The first FIFA World Cup was held in 1930. Three famous football clubs in India are. Which are the three famous football clubs? East Bengal Club, Mohan Bagan and Mahindra United. So I hope your answers are correct. So let's look at the next set of questions. Punctuation. What do you mean by punctuation? The symbols such as comma, full stop, quotes, etc. that you use in a sentence to make the sentence meaningful. So the first question is, are we going to the mall? Asked Anju. How do you use the correct punctuation here? It is a question asked by the speaker Anju and the words or the question should be in quotes. The question should be quoted. So you start with a quote here and the first letter of the first word in a sentence should always be in capitals. So this small letter A is changed to capital A. So you put the code started with a capital letter. Are we going to the mall? It's a question. So you put a question mark here and you end the code here. So the question is quoted now. Then asked Anju. The name starts with, wherever you use a name, you should always start the name with a capital letter. So the small letter A is changed to a capital letter A, and when you finish it, you put the full stop at the end. Now let's do the second one. Is anyone coming to the party? That is also a question, and the first letter should be in capitals. You put the codes there, the code there. You put the capital letter I. Is anyone coming to the party? You put the question mark and the code is closed. Now the next one. No one heard Rajiv coming in from the back door. So the first letter should be in capitals. No, N is in capital. No one heard Rajiv coming in from the back door. So when you end the sentence, you use a full stop. Now let's see the next question. I had idlis, sambar and chutney for breakfast. So there are more than 2 items mentioned here. So you have to use comma in between to separate them. I, see, I is changed to capital I. Whenever you are using this I in a sentence, wherever you use I, it should be in capitals. And also it is the beginning of the sentence. So definitely it should be in capital letters. So I had idlis, comma, sambar and chutney for breakfast. And you end the sentence with a full stop. Let's see the last question. Hina loves to sing, dance and play video games. So it's a name in the beginning. The name starts with a capital letter always. Also it's the beginning of the sentence. So small h becomes capital H. Hina loves to sing, dance. 2 items. You use a comma in between to separate them. Hina loves to sing, dance and play video games, and you end the sentence with a full stop. Hope this is clear to you. Now the next exercise is writing. Write a paragraph describing a sport you'd like to excel in. You may include information about a sports person you look up to as your role model and his or her influence in take a liking to that sport. So this exercise is about paragraph writing. You have to think of the sports that you would like to excel in, and you have to also mention about the sports person who influenced you in taking up this sport. So here I have given an example. I'll read out the example to you. Similar to that example, you have to write in your own words about the sport that you would like to excel in. So here is one example. My favorite sport. I would like to take up lawn tennis as a sport. It is a challenging game that requires skill and expertise. Tennis rackets and a ball are used and players need to score points across the net. You see the net here? Yeah, the players have to score points across the net. And they also use tennis rackets and a ball. Now, the game involves 2 players in a singles game who are required to play 3 sets. If they are women, they have to play 3 sets, or 5 sets if they are men. A player has to win 6 games to beat his opponent. See, this is a singles game. There are 2 players, and if the players are women, they have to play 3 sets of game, and if they are men, like these people here, they have to play 5 sets. A player has to win 6 games to beat his opponent and win a set, and if both players win 6 games each, then there is a tiebreaker. What if both of the players win 6 games each? Then there is a tiebreaker. It is thrilling to see good players excel in the game and score points by serving aces, serves that cannot be returned by the opponent. So serves that cannot be returned are called aces. It is a treat to watch a good rally where both players are equally matched. The person who has inspired me to take up tennis is Serena Williams. She is an American professional tennis player. See, this is Serena Williams, and this is the person, the sports person that inspired me to take up tennis. And where is she from? She's from America. She's an American professional tennis player. And this person who has been ranked world number 1 8 times between 2002 and 2017. So she is such a great player that she ranked number 1 8 times between 2002 and 2017. She was born on 26 September 1981 and by the age of 37 has won 23 Grand Slam titles for singles, the second highest after Margaret Court. So here is the Grand Slam trophy here. She has won 23 Grand Slam titles for singles by the age of 37. She is perfect in her game and fights for every point. She has a sister, Venus Williams, who also excels in this sport. Recently, Serena became a mother, but that has not stopped her from her game. So Serena Williams has a sister. This is her Venus Williams, who is also a professional tennis player. She reached the finals. Serena Williams reached the finals in Wimbledon and put up a good performance but lost to a Japanese player, Naomi Osaka. So here is Serena Williams with her daughter. So this is one example that I have written that you can look up to. Similar to this, you have to write about the sport that you would like to excel in the space provided in the textbook. So you have to finish the writing exercise and go through the chapter and the exercise once again. And when you are done with the exercises, you can take a picture and upload it to Teams. So that's all for today, children. We will meet in the next class. Until then, bye.